Morning, it's Martin from Martin's Engine Services. Well, it's Wednesday, so it's what's happening in the workshop. Well, in front of me, you can see this beautiful Countax ride-on mower that I purchased yesterday for the princely sum of £35. It was fairly local to me, and I thought, well, got a bit of a plan with this one. It's got the Briggs & Stratton V-twin engine on, which is quite an expensive engine, and the parts for it are quite expensive. So I thought, well, if I can get it running, I will potentially be able to sell the engine, or if not, part the engine out. Likewise, the same as the rest of the machine, I'll probably part it out. It's missing a couple of brackets that hold the transmission or transaxle thingy. What are these things? Hydrostatic transmission, that's it. So here, I've got to make a couple of brackets to get it off, so I can get it off the truck. So I've got some of the other parts, really like bodywork parts and a few other odds and ends, but I thought, well, one way or another, it's probably worth that in scrap. There's quite a lot of aluminium in there with the engine, the transmission thingy, and a few other bits and pieces. So I thought, well, it'll make an interesting video or two about trying to get it running. It was stored in a barn for many, many years, although it's a little bit crispy looking. It's mostly cobwebs. Unfortunately, it hasn't had a lot of time stored outside. Excuse me. If I don't end up selling it as a running tractor, I actually want the wheels for a garden trailer I'm going to make. And these are perfect, these sort of balloon style tyres. They're pretty much dry rotted, but it's only going to be running around the garden, lifted up with the garden waste and whatnot. And likewise, I can use the front wheels for possibly a little heavy duty barrow or something. So, as you know me, everything will come apart. All the parts will go in the shed and I'll find a use for them. But I thought, well, it was so little money that I thought, well, there's got to be something, some sort of value in it somewhere. But, well, we'll have a bit of fun anyhow. And I do like rescuing, as you know, dejected, rusty, battered, beaten up old bits of junk and trying to redrive them. No, Martin's off with his wrong words again. Revive them and see what I can do. So I'll give it a go. It's a little bit of fun. So it's slightly stuck on the truck at the moment. I didn't actually realise these brackets were missing actually. It's quite funny because the wheels were off when I got it, and I put the wheels on. I jacked it down, and of course it just sunk onto its haunches and just collapsed in a big pile on the truck. And I thought, aha, methinks the axle has fallen out. I did laugh at that. It was quite amusing. I should have took a picture of it. Actually, it could look quite funny. So that's what's happening in here today. I've been working on the Lister G1 engine. I've had so many people say to me, Martin, when are you going to paint that engine? When are you going to finish it off? Half of it's nicely painted and half of it's all rusty. So I got to town on it. And you see, I've cleaned up and red oxided the wheels and the little legs and some of that. And over there is the bonnet or the roof assembly, which is currently been sanded down. And I've got that front panel to deal with at some point. But no, I just thought I'd have a little tinker with it. So I had a few hours to kill yesterday. I will be getting the parts to finish that stock car engine off. The cylinder head's on its way back to me in the next few days, so I'll have a little video on that one, and all the other parts will be going back. So that's what I'm up to there. I've got a Kia Venga, I'm obsessed with that. Kia Karen's coming in today, my regular customer. And it's got a suspected, well, confirmed weep in the radiator. He went to Kia's with it about a month ago for a recall on SatNav, I think it was, or something like that. And they noted there was a slight weep in the corner of the radiator. It's not losing very much coolant, but obviously it's just weeping. I think the Kia dealer was happy to give him a quote for about £700 or £800 to repair this, and I think was slightly upset when he didn't leave it there. And he said, I don't think so. And he told me how much, and I said, I don't think so as well. We can source the radiator, shall we say, considerably less than that for a good brand. So I'll probably make a video about removing that, maybe today. It's going to take a while to cool down because obviously it's going to be 31 odd degrees again today. So I think it's not ideal for taking radiators out as soon as the customer's arrived after a 60-mile trip. So I think we'll probably swerve that one till later on. So that's sort of that'll be a little job pending, and I'll make a little video about that. It's a beautiful morning again here. A little bit on the little chilly side actually. It's surprising considering it was sort of 28 degrees at about 9 o'clock last night. It then cooled down substantially through the night, and come out here this morning and it's very autumnal. In fact, although it's been very, very warm, you can definitely feel the sun's moved away now. Oh, there's some more bits of the mower out there. I've got a big pile of bits and pieces and no idea what it does. The interesting problem is, as with all these machines, there's 101 models listed on their website. Unfortunately, I haven't got the tag on this, which is the model code, because apparently they often stick them to the mower deck, not the machine itself. So I can't quite work out what model it is. I know it's 1988 from the engine, so I've narrowed it down to about 3 different models, but even so, it's not exactly easy. So, although that's not too bad, I just wanted a parts diagram to see what was actually missing from the back here, get some idea what I've got to make. It's not actually a difficult problem. I've bolted a piece of Dexion onto the axle here, and I'm going to cut one of the shoulders off of this, put that under there, bolt that up under there, and then through the face of that, drill 2 holes to line up with 2 of these, and away we go. Making exactly the same the other side. I'm not too, I mean, it's got a little bit of movement this way, and it's got another bracket here it pivots on, so it won't hurt. And this is one of those famous hydrostatic transmissions, which is are prone to fail, and there is quite a lot of gear oil on the back of it, so I will suspect that was the most likely failure point in this machine. The engine itself is pretty cobwebs and bits and pieces, but it all seems to be complete. I've got all the covers and the air filter and all the rest of it, and starter motor turns. Usual Briggs problem, the gear on the end of the starter's chewed up. Oil in it's full and spotlessly clean, there's no water in it. So the flywheel's actually loose, so I can't turn it at the moment, but so it all seems to be there, linkages and various bits of wiring. There's the alternator, charging unit, rectifier, regulator thingy. All the wiring seems to be intact, and coil packs are on there and everything. Exhaust is all there, so yeah, it all seems pretty complete. So I can't see the starter solenoids in there, and yeah, all the wiring's intact, so I can't see a particular reason why it won't go. So it'd be an interesting video getting it going. I think my first job is to get it off the truck, and I'm going to pressure wash it and try and get rid of some of the wildlife and all the other wonderful things that are growing in there. Yeah, it should be quite interesting. But I thought it might be a bit of fun, and so a few videos and a bit of amusement, and see what happens. And if the engine turns out to be no good, then we'll take it apart and see what happened. It's one of those ones. It was so cheap that it's just something for a bit of fun, maybe laugh and get some parts out of it or whatever. So that's what I'm up to. Another view of the garden. It's all looking very nice out there. I've got that all well and truly under control. Most civilized, but we'll have a bit of rain probably in a couple of weeks. It'll all start growing again, and I'll be back to square one again. So go back to normal. Anyhow, I'll leave you there before I ramble on too long, and I'll make a video about removing the radiator out of the Karens, possibly this afternoon when it's cooled down a little. Well, it won't cool down a lot, but enough to be workable, just to see what kind of mission's involved there. I've never took one out of one of those, so it's either going to be one of those nice simple cut the bolts, fan out, lift the rad out, or take the whole front of the car off. We shall find out. Anyhow, I'll bring you along for that video a bit later. So thanks for watching my little ramblings this morning on nothing particular, but you know, these things keep me amused. And say thanks very much indeed for watching. Please like and subscribe. Gained a few more subscribers, which is always good news. So it's all positive for getting the numbers up there on YouTube. So thanks again, and bye for now.